Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Black Mind Games podcast. We're not going to go live on this episode, but we're going to go live on the next one. Hooray. Joining me this week is Josh.
Hey.
Also joining me is Alan.
Hello. And me and Josh are going to be quiet for about
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay? Mm-hmm. Oh, great. My stream actually might work. Cool. So we might be able to actually do this. Give me 1 second. Cancel. Remove. Okay. Actually, fuck it. Like, we're not going to worry about that. I'm probably going to play Doom later today, so this is probably going to be the same stuff and same rants. But let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm leaving Twitter for a second time. I am fed up with certain things. I'm fed up with certain groups of people. I am upset about what those people are. And it's not everyone. It's the ones who are more extreme than others. And at the end of the day, it's just unacceptable that certain people want to act like that on the internet. So I got into an argument on Twitter a few weeks ago about World War II, and people saying that the Americans were never on the right side of history in that one. And I personally disagree. I think that when the enemy is as evil as the Germans were, industrializing genocide would be the way I would phrase it. I think that kind of the grayness of the situation kind of becomes mute. And I offended somebody, and I apologized for that because I was in the wrong. I was ranting and raving. And Twitter is a place where you should be allowed to share your opinions without fears of persecution. It's not that anymore. It hasn't been that for a while. For people like me. I work very hard as a friend and as an individual to talk about things I'm not comfortable about. I work very hard to listen to everyone. And I work very hard in order to do those things. And I try to be cordial in these conversations and stuff like that. It's the way I view anything. And what I find very upsetting is that when people in that position above me feel the need that they can sit there and they can act as if they're right 100% of the time. It really upsets me. It doesn't hurt my feelings, but it hurts my beliefs. I know that I'm not the bastion of truth, and I don't want to be. But, like, when you're sitting there and you're screaming at a kid because of something that you disagree with. And I say kid because I am 25 years old. Okay? Compared to people who are smarter than me, I have a long way to go. I learned that very hardly. But when you're screaming at me and you're acting as if that you're smarter and you're sending 8 responses to 2 tweets, that's not respectful, in my personal opinion. That is not something that is worth me responding to. That is you going on a rant and you not wanting to be told that you're wrong. That is you wanting to be 100% right. And there's no reason for me to listen to you what you're saying. There is no reason for me to fucking even remotely have a response. There is even no remote reason why anything that you are saying is right. And all of this is about something really stupid because you cannot handle another person even entertaining having a response. Talking to somebody, maybe going out to a neo-Nazi and bringing them back from the fucking brink. Because you're on that fucking side too. I'm sorry to fucking say that, but you are the fucking problem with this world. You are just as evil. You are just as incompetent. You are just as fucking stupid. You do not understand. You do not get to lecture me about how there are some ideas that are not debatable. Yeah, fucking Chernobyl was one of them. The Soviets are one of them. The evils of communism and how humanity should not be fucking a communist regime under how many people, how many corpses do you have to have before you fucking get it? Authoritarianism doesn't work. It never has. And I don't subscribe to your fucking rule book. I never have. I never did. It's one of the reasons why I don't want to be a game designer anymore. Is because of shitheads like you. Like, I don't want to sit there and say that it's okay to go off on people. I don't want to sit there and say that. But I do want to sit there and say that, like, you know what? There are some people on this fucking earth who are fucking worth talking to because maybe, just maybe, it's the better thing to do. Instead of sitting there and screaming at them. Instead of screaming at them on a fucking platform that's nothing but text. And quite frankly, if that means that I have to talk to some unsavory people just because, just maybe, just fucking maybe, just fucking with one fucking second that maybe they'll come back and maybe they'll fucking be a decent fucking member of society. We have one of those people in our group. He wasn't there by choice. And you know what? He's better than you. He's a decent human being. He's fucking smarter than you. He's better than you. He's a lot nicer than people like you. I'm just done. Like, I'm done with that stupid fucking platform. And it pains me to say it, but Alan was right.
I'm going to make no comment on that.
No, you were. You were right. You were right.
All right.
And
crank your volume back up a bit because I've now paused my video because I was listening to Chernobyl in the background.
Well, no, and it's like...
There we go.
I don't understand. Like, it's not insulting to me that assholes like that exist. It's insulting to me that they're so fucking stupid that they act like the world was great until 2016, and it's not the case.
No. But I will counter that response with a bit of a thing that kind of bothers me as well, but I have to accept it because I'm a good human being. You're a good human being, so you kind of have to accept it as well. But people are idiots. We always have been. We always will be, and we will always eternally be idiots. We might think that we're above our nature, above our kinds, and above ourselves, but we're not. We always will be. Josh, as much as I love Josh, he is a bit of an idiot. I'm a bit of an idiot. But the thing is
never fucking wanted to sit there and say I'm intelligent, and I know I'm not.
No. Jeff, what do you not know?
Everything and nothing.
Then you are a wise man, because you understand that you know things, but you do not know things at the same time. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why philosophy and knowledge is the way it is. Mm-hmm. What do we know what we know, and we know what we don't know, and we don't know what we don't know. Mm-hmm. That is the reason why you are wise. Smart people can be dumb as fuck, but dumb people can be smart as fuck, if that makes sense, because wisdom is a trait. It's the reason why modern-day communists, even modern-day socialists, I would never say are smart or intelligent. I would say that they have...
There are some of them that are intelligent, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
And there are some of them that understand that the fuckery that goes on in their side, and they call it... And there are some of them that try and call it out, and that's noble.
That's good, but they're also not very smart, because they also... There are other reasons why. But for the most part, this is the reason why. Like, I don't like Bernie Sanders' policies. I don't like a lot of socialist policies. I like social programs because I understand that they are necessary, but I don't like Bernie Sanders' stance on like how he does things. I think Bernie Sanders is a wonderful human being, but at the same time, I don't like Bernie Sanders because I don't like certain things that he stands by or suggests.
You are like, okay, so like the reason why this argument started, was because I said I defended Joe Rogan and all the blue fucking woke check marks who are fucking pieces of shit and idiots and morons and deserve to fucking get dropped into Wuhan. Yes, I said that. Dropped into Wuhan. Get the Wu flu, you fucks. I will be there.
No, please don't get die. No, please don't get the Wu flu.
People like that make me want to drink beer.
Please don't get the flu. We don't want that. That is not a. That is no. Please stop. No. After what I've read about it, please no. I don't even wish that on my worst enemies. Like that is a thing that I don't want happening because I've seen videos of the people who are suffering with it. It's not a pretty death. Like,
I'm okay.
I'm not. I understand that you are. I'm kind of like covering my ass here a bit.
I know. You're welcome to.
But the thing is, you're going to run into assholes. You're going to run into idiots. You're going to run into communist cowards and fascist morons. I've been called fascist several times the past year. I've also been called a socialist coward several times over the year. I'm a liberal. I know what I am, and that's all that matters to me.
It's funny because people like that have taken good words and destroyed them.
I wouldn't even say Marx.
Feminism was a great word, and then it fucking meaning equality between men and women, and then people like that sit there and have to fucking like be like, nah, men are lesser than us. Diversity used to mean diversity of opinion, groups of individuals who were different from one another with different backgrounds, different individuals. And now it means somebody has a different skin color than me.
And that's it. No. I get what you're coming from. I understand.
Racism used to mean intolerance against every skin color and every intolerance against certain skin colors and ethnic origins.
No, it's specifically ethnic groups. It wasn't skin colors initially. It was specifically
ethnic origins.
And it's the reason why the word racism used to be so tightly related to Nazism, because racism was tied to Nazism at first because it was spawned because of how the Nazis reacted to Jews. Racism, we have to respond to how a group of people hated another group of people just because of their ethnicity or just because of their racial traits.
Okay. Okay, so now the word means basically you can be you can't be angry at any ethnic or race, even though they do stupid things except for white men, except for white people.
No. I understand what you're going for, Jeff.
It's something where to the point of where
you need to step away from Twitter.
All social media.
No. Not all social media, because some social media can actually be helpful. Facebook can be useful as long as you're not an idiot about it. Instagram can be a good thing. Twitter is the problem of people want to argue with each other, but there's only 180 characters they're allowed to use per text?
240.
240. Let's go. Okay, 240. My average sentence when I write is about 60 to 70 characters in a sentence. Yeah. So I can put 3 to 4 sentences up on Twitter.
Yep.
I can't fully explain my argument in that many sentences. I cannot bring argument points, and that's the reason why I don't like people who chain, because like you get the initial thing and people can take bad takes. Twitter is meant to be just quick little flash updates and like, hey, this is what I've done. It's the reason why I use Twitter for my art or looking for art and stuff like that. I go to Twitter to find art. I enjoy it. I love getting my porn there, whatever. But
the only
I also know
that why I'm going to have Twitter, and the only reason why I'm going to use Twitter from now on is for streaming purposes and the podcast.
Yep, no, that's fair.
It's the best platform for that. It just is.
Yep.
And like the thing that angers me about this entire situation is that I actively try to be a decent fucking person on and offline.
And it gets you nowhere?
What?
And it gets you nowhere?
No, it gets me some places. I get interviews, I get places. I went back to school because that was getting me nowhere.
Yeah.
I went back to school to be a game designer because I didn't like the people who were running the show.
And now you don't even think you really want to do it anymore.
And now, and like it's like I can do game design as a hobby.
Yep.
And
it's just like how I do 3D modeling for a hobby now.
Yeah.
Mind you, I have like 5 hobbies, so I gotta like trim back on some
well,
of them
it's like
times.
something where it's like I enjoy doing coding. I enjoy making video games with my friend.
Yeah.
Some of the most funnest memories I had was when me and Gathis and Josh were working on video games and just talking. And it's something that can become a career, but the game industry right now, specifically Interactive Arts Alberta, has such a big problem ahead of it. Because they don't know how to communicate to they don't know how to communicate to Kenny. They don't know what to say. And then they sit there and they wonder why the fuck he sits there and cuts a tax benefit. And they sit there and they act like it's the end of the world. It's not. It doesn't fucking change anything. What it changes that your wallet all of a sudden gets 3 times as big. Or 3 times smaller. But like... It's not a fucking issue.
Oh yeah.
The issue is that like oh, things are not going your way, so it's wrong. And it's childish.
Mm-hmm.
And it pisses me off. Like, I really wish that if Interactive Arts Alberta actually gave a shit about game designers and game companies and independent developers, they wouldn't be doing this. They would be sitting there and they would be fucking coming up with a battle plan, an explanation, graphs, fucking actual fucking statistics that show the benefit of the game industry in Alberta. They wouldn't be sitting there fucking acting like queens. And dykes.
That's fair.
And, pardon my French, a bundle of 6 and smokers. Because, quite frankly, we all know when I'm going there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah, I'm mad.
No, that's
I need
fair.
a break.
Okay.
And...
all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry for raging.
No, it's all right.
I'm sorry to the listeners for raging.
Well, being a dick ain't so bad. See, there's 3 kinds of people. Dicks, pussies, and assholes. Pussies think everyone can get along, and dicks just want to fuck all the time without thinking it through. But then you got your assholes, Chuck. And all the assholes want us to shit all over everything. So pussies may get mad at dicks once in a while because pussies get fucked by dicks. But dicks also fuck assholes, Chuck.
God, man, I had a dream people were yelling and
I know I memed on you a bit there by calling you a bit of an idiot at times, but you are. Just as I can be a bit of an asshole and an idiot at times, as I can be, as Jeff can be, as everyone can be.
I am not.
Josh,
you gotta fix your mic.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch it because if I touch it, I think I'm going to lose my fucking
You're touching it.
audio. No. You fail to understand. I'm not touching my mic because if I touch it and I fix it, I'm going to lose the audio. I'm not fixing it. It's going to have to stay for a bit. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
I know. I'm trying to figure out what it is. There we go. I got rid of it.
Cool.
Good.
The problem is right now is that Josh has something that he's going to talk about this week. I actually don't really have much to talk about. I did class all week.
So did I. I also watched the Doom stuff, and it was really good, and I feel really
I can't wait.
I can't wait to see the reference of Doom's bunny, or Doom Guy's bunny.
I hope they do actually reference it. I really
There's
want
a
her to
funny thing I've seen on Twitter was people are like, apparently you have, what was it, the Doom Fortress? Or the Fortress of Doom, or that's been calling it, of like this is where your compound is, and this is where
it's your HUD center, yeah, basically.
Yeah, your HUD center. And people have been pointing out that Doom Guy has a skateboard, and people are going, "Wait, is that from his time he went to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater?"
Yes.
Yep. Like they're referencing everything, and I'm like, I want to just explore that place and see all the little references. I want to see Doom Bunny. I want to see I don't remember what her name is. I remember like looking it up like one podcast ago, like months ago, and now I'm gonna go look it up again to see what it is. Doom Bunny. Daisy, that's her name. Doom Bunny.
It's the same name as my Pokemon.
Daisy's a good name.
Daisy's.
She also appears on the Doom box for Doom Eternal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, like the more info that kind of comes out, more I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. Like it's not going to be a terrible game.
I've watched gameplay. There's a new enemy in it. And damn, it looks cool. It's a Naga-like character, and it whips you for melee damage and stuff like that. But you can blow off its weapon, so it can't melee you. So it has to like come up to you, and then you're just fucking. Oh, it looks so cool. There's some new. You can shoot off the rocket packs off the Reapers, so they have to run around the ground, and you can shoot them off while they're in the air, so they just drop. You can throw a grenade in the Kako Demon's mouth, and it stuns it. And it causes you gets you a chance to do the glory kills and stuff like that. I really, really like this. I'm actually super excited for this game. Like, to the nth degree. Apparently, like from the looks of it, the fourth weapon you get in the game is your super shotgun. So the twin barrel shotgun that you have to reload. Apparently, and by the way, you also play as a Reaper or Reaver. In a mission.
Revenant. It's called a Revenant.
A Revenant, yeah. There we go. The flying guys. And I was like, that's cool. I like that. Thank you.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I am actually really excited. I'm probably going to pick up the game after I beat 2016 over Reading Week, because I'm going to play it over Reading Week and just pound my way through that.
It comes out in March.
I know. I'm going to play Doom 2016.
Oh,
over Reading Week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm excited to also announce that I'm in a game tournament thing, Bob.
Oh, are you?
Yep, and it's kind of it's a Star Wars game. It's a tabletop. I'm playing an Armada game called the Rebellion in the Rim, which means I'm playing in the Outer Rim. We're trying to fight over planets and stuff like that. And I'm excited to play this because it'll be my first real long chain of Armada games in a long time. And on top of that, there's additional rules on top of it. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'm excited. You guys will be getting updates from me as I play over the course of, I think the next 3 months. Mm-hmm. Looks like it's going to be every Friday night we have a meetup, and then we're trying to do a game over the weekends and stuff like that. So I'm excited. What else happened this week? Jeff is just dead because he burnt himself out on his little rage.
Oh
Well,
no,
we're
the
gonna
rage is still there, but it's just
no.
like buried.
I know, but you really don't have any, like, you're kind of like you're just So I'm just kind of like you're kind of like coasting that now, which isn't a bad thing. Don't take that as an insult. You are coasting. You are on recharge. Josh,
Yes.
just play any games? Do anything? See anything cool?
Anything remotely interesting? I actually finished playing Void Bastards,
Nice.
and also I finished Fighting Rage. It's Fight and Rage. So basically, Void Bastards is every indie game's a roguelike, but this one is roguelike first-person shooter, and you're in space, and you're part of a colony ship that's prison that everyone is dehydrated. So they're in, basically, the game shows that you're in this pack. And so whenever you die as a character, your character dies, the backpack you carry is actually a robot. It jumps off the back, goes back to the main ship again, and restarts with another prisoner. So the roguelike element is that you're constantly getting new prisoners over and over with different traits of, like, every time you pick up an item, the character yells. In the game, of course, there's some stealth element to the game, so when that happens, everyone in the fucking facility knows where you are. So you're like, shit, I gotta pick up all these fucking items, so I keep yelling into the excitement. It's actually, I kinda enjoyed that perk, because I'm like, this is so fucking stupid, but I love it. Because there's a lot of items that are, like, you're going to other ships that are abandoned and they're full of mutants because you're in a part of a nebula in far deep space. And again, the reason why you're there is just, I can't remember why, but it's like you got stranded there and you're trying to find your way back. And so yeah, like, the game starts, and it starts with this AI who's actually voiced by the same kind of narrator from the Stanley Parable. Very, very British, and very like, oh, you chose this option. That was such a good idea, yada yada. And it's like such a proper British voice. And of course, the AI sounds like him. So the game is like trying to narrate to you of like, oh, this AI woke up from asleep and realized the ship is completely buggered. So he's like, oh man, I need to contract some work from the employees of this vessel, and the employees are the prisoners. So he's like, okay, he's like, all right, employees, let's do this. And he's hydrating these employees from these packets, and he's telling these employees, hey, go out, scavenge as much as you can. We can build some weaponry, and we can try to get this FTL drive back on running order, so we can go back to back to the home base of the freaking not Covenant, but like your organization to go back to. And so as you're doing this, and as you're like trying to sneak through different ships and get resources and come back and build better stuff, you probably end up dying because you threw a grenade wrong, or you end up dying because you didn't realize there was a dude behind you. And so like I said, you fucking flatline, you're dead, and your backpack comes alive as a robot, jumping back to your ship and flying all the way back to the main ship area so that you can redo this process over and over. And it turns out, like, oh, the people are super expendable, and there's no chance of a single person going through this whole game in a lifetime. So it's constantly just churning through prisoners over and over, so you're trying to complete the same goal. And I'm like, man, that's really, really dystopian here. Really,
yeah.
fucking, I like it. Yeah. But the gameplay is, again, roguelike first-person shooter with a bunch of weird guns. In fact, one of the better guns I got was it makes it's a taser, basically. I never thought the taser gun would be so good, but it turns out, it immobilizes people long enough so I can go through the whole room, steal everything as fast as I can, and just book out of there because they're still frozen with the taser. And I'm like, oh, that's real good.
Tasers are great weapons. Let me tell you about tasers.
Well, we're not allowed to have tasers up here in Canada, though, so...
We're not allowed to have
I wonder why.
either.
Because it would be used constantly against people who are innocent.
No, it's not even that. It's just they can that can be considered. The reason why, if I remember correctly, is the way that they function can leave.
Those the ones that shoot the darts.
No,
Yes.
just tasers. No, even handhelds.
Oh, okay. Because I feel the ones that shoot the darts are the worst.
The reason why they aren't available to the public up here in Canada is because when you get your hands on them, unless you're specifically trained, and the problem is tasers are very easy to get a hold of down in the States, and you don't have to get trained from. Unless you know where you're hitting, you might kill them. Because unlike a gun, by the way, you can zap someone in the head or in the neck and drop them and stop their breathing. And everybody's like, well, a gun thing is, but like a gun, you can actually like aim for the shoulder or the leg and drop someone. A taser, you have to hit specific body parts to make it work.
Yep.
It can't be I shock you in the arm and I drop you. No, that's not how that works.
No,
my arm's gonna go numb. You're gonna shock me leg. You're gonna drop me off my leg, but that's not gonna stick. So you have to hit me in the chest, the neck, or the head. And unfortunately, 2 of those can kill you.
Yep.
It's the reason why the police are the only ones who have tasers in Canada, as well as security guards.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
the thing is there's like, yeah, I'm getting off at a bit of a ramble. I might be wrong on the where you get hit and drop people, and I might be wrong on the thing. This is stuff that I've glanced at, I've seen. I have never actually wondered why. I've just said, okay, they're illegal. Not going to bother asking questions about it because I don't want to take my time on that.
Yeah. Anyway, the taser gun in the game is, I would feel, is the most useful gun out of any gun in the whole game. Because, like I said, you can tase an opponent. They stay frozen for feels like a minute, and you could just run around everywhere, just steal as much as you can, and then run out. And that's usually more than enough time for you just to escape and get hidden so they don't find you again. And yeah, but there's another weapon I found just later, super late in the game. It was the hormone gun. And basically, it's just just like every other ability that says hormones on it. It's like, oh, they like you, so they don't fight you or anything, and they're under your control type of thing. And it's like, oh, dang! So anything organic life, I can shoot this at, and they'll just like me. And I'm like, that's pretty sweet. But start realizing that, oh, I can't really shoot robots because robots are not organic. It might control them a little bit, but not the I can taser them and then stop working. So it really turns out if you're gonna play this game and you want to go down the fast path, just try to get the taser as fast as possible. It's the best thing you can get. There's and as you keep going, the game storyline is, okay, we have to build the relay in order to communicate with someone. And it turns out you build the relay, oh, that shit's broken because you need to upgrade the card in order to make it work. Shit. Okay, so you go and upgrade the card, get the components to upgrade the card. Okay, cool. Shit, some other component's gone, so you have to go find components for that. You're like, fucking Christ. So you go find that, and then find it's like, all right, maybe this will work. No, we have to go find more components. Fuck! It's. I love how it's just a fetch quest after fetch quest, and it's fine. I think the game is kind of short though, because I think you go for a total of four. There's the main story fetch quest, and there's also mini fetch quests for different weaponry and different pieces of equipment that make you better, have better more HP and stuff. And the game's if you just try to go for the main story stuff and somehow get through it without getting any weaponry or anything, I would say the game's 5 hours, 8 hours, depending on your gameplay style. Which is again kind of short. I kind of wish it was a little longer, but I'm like, nah, you know what? This is probably fine. And what else? Because it's funny is that the storyline is, the AI woke you up in order to go through all this process in order to get all the shit. But the thing is, the AI has to go through the processes despite it knowing everything's all screwed up. And it's like, no, we have to get the AI card in order to make this thing work. You can't bypass this thing whatsoever. You have to have this AI card. And it's like, why do I need this AI card? Because it's like, no, because you need the AI card. It's like, okay. It's like, you couldn't, like, this AI, like, this computer is telling you all the shit. It's like, but couldn't you just, like, force it to not do this anymore? Like, it's so forced on its rules that it has to do the rules in order to get over the rules, if you know what I mean. It's like, it's so funny. I do like the writing of the game of like, oh man, the shit's so weird and fucked up, but it's great, and it kind of treats it like a comic book in a sort of way. Hence, with all the cell shading and all the artwork and stuff for it. And
it seems really cool.
Yeah,
we also played Halo Reach.
We did play Halo Reach for a couple times.
Josh got a very interesting tidbit of information.
What was that tidbit of info? I can't remember.
Apparently, energy shields cannot block a single needle shot.
Really?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
That's the joke. That's the joke. Who died?
Because the joke last time we played was fucking I kept falling off cliffs. People weren't spawning near places we can freaking land at or anything. I was like... Fucking, it was a cool mission, but it sucked because once you had 4 people in this one mission, there's someone who's always just a tag along and can't do anything. So I was like, man, this sucks. Like, why can't there, like, I could just point my gun out and have infinite ammo or something. Like, I feel like I would be doing something, not just sitting there doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, frick.
You did do that.
I did do that. Although I always made sure that I get to the gunners before anyone else did.
And then you bitched when you didn't have a grenade launcher.
Because it sucks. It sucks so bad. Like, oh my god, like, why would you have the other one if the grenade launchers are so much better? Like, they're just so much better. Like, it's like, why would you choose?
Just keep in mind, Josh, I'm playing that game solo legendary, so I'm going to concentrate on that mission.
Oh boy, yeah, you're gonna have fun with that. Like, you're just gonna try to dodge everything.
Yeah.
Good luck with the AI.
Hey, the AI is pretty smart.
It's pretty smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
But teammates are dumb as bricks.
We got.
That's nothing new.
Yeah.
Well,
true.
Noah fucking killed me like 8 times, and then we shot Anthony by accident.
I just like how every time we get to objective, we just rain fucking grenade or freaking rockets constantly to the point of like, do we kill them all? Oh, we could go check. Oh, there's like 1 dude left. Fuck. We could have killed him.
Yeah. We played Halo. I've been going through certificate, which are still pretty good. Other than that, nothing really happened. How long have we been recording for?
About an hour.
49 minutes. So pretty close.
All right. I want to talk about one thing before we log off.
Sure.
I actually realized that I did talk about this about maybe a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you have seen? How of the 2 of you have you seen 1917 yet?
1917 I was supposed to see, and then I didn't get to go see it.
All right. If you can, try and go tomorrow or sometime this week. Josh, did you see 1917 yet?
1917?
1917, yep.
No.
1917.
No.
try and get on that. I really want to talk with this about some people because, like, I'm waiting for people to see it.
You can talk about it because I'm probably not going to go see it, bud.
Oh no, I like, man.
It's just like a single.
It's that good. It's one of those ones that I'm like, I don't want to talk about until somebody's seen it, so I can actually like gush about it with someone.
Okay.
Like.
Okay. Well, I'll probably see it either sometime this week.
All right.
Okay.
But we want to talk a little bit about Doom.
That game looks
or
great.
Did we talk about it a bit?
We talked about it.
I gushed a bit, but I didn't get your response about the new stuff that was shown off there, Jeff.
I think that game I stopped watching after the Russian Badger stuff.
The rush. Yo, dude, that team had a family. I know, they're next. Oh my God!
It's literally the perfect thing because it's like I was feeling like, oh well, it might be bad because it's going to be political bullshit. Oh God, it's going to be bad.
This is Doom we're talking about.
And then it's like I'm like watching it. And it's like, oh, look, you can slow down time midway through and snipe the jetpack off a Revenant. And
Yep.
It's like,
and because you can also switch alternately between how your weapons work, what special abilities you have for weapons and stuff like that.
yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited.
I am too. I'm surprisingly excited.
The only other thing I'm not excited about is the fact that, like, man, it's going to make the fucking sniper, the scope on the heavy machine gun viable.
Yeah.
Which is upsetting to me as a Doom player because you should not have a fucking scope on a weapon. Unless
Really?
it's the Gauss cannon. The Gauss cannon's the only one.
I'm okay with cause that's not the assault rifle.
No, that's the heavy machine gun.
That's the heavy cannon. You're literally carrying around an autocannon. You don't I don't think you get the assault rifle in this game, though. I might be wrong.
No,
Mind you,
the reason why I call it the assault rifle is because it's an auto. It's like a heavy machine gun.
Yeah.
Like the justification for not reloading is the fact it's a heavy machine gun.
Yeah.
And then you get a Gatling gun, and it's like,
Well, the Gatling gun, you got their ammunition like nobody's business.
Crazy.
Gatling guns are literally legit. Like, Gatling guns are like the guns that you're like, I need to deal with the situation now. But yeah. What else do we have to talk about this week? I don't think we have anything else.
Fuck it. Let's do the thing that started the argument in the first place. So Joe Rogan's getting shit on.
All right. No, I'm gonna. No, you know what? I'll take this. No, I'm gonna take this. I got this. Sit down, Jeff. You had your rant on Twitter.
No,
I'll let you rant. I'll let you rant in a moment.
Okay.
Joe Rogan doesn't deserve any of the shit he's getting.
Agreed.
Bernie Sanders doesn't deserve to lose his fucking sponsorship because of Joe Rogan. This is the reason why. Somebody found out that Joe Rogan accepted Bernie Sanders' backing, or gave Bernie Sanders his backing. People found out because they're like, man, Joe Rogan's totally an alt-right character, even though he's like one of the most progressive left-wing guys that I know who isn't fucking crazy. But hey, he should be knocked out of the running. Bernie Sanders should be knocked out of the ring because of this shameful display that he has been backed by Joe Rogan. Even though I know for a fact that quite a few people have been backed by the Democrats over history by a certain group that we won't talk about. Joe Rogan doesn't deserve the hate. Yeah, he's not a very good interviewer. But he's a fun guy to just sit down and listen to and watch and enjoy him talking to other people because he brings on everyone. He gives everybody a bit of a voice so they can actually talk about, see what the situation is, let them present themselves in fair and justified positions. But when he holds people to positions, he holds them positions. The bullshit that's going on Twitter related to Joe Rogan can go fuck itself. This is my rant. Jeff, begin your rant.
Everything about what's going on in Twitter is misinformed. It is people wanting to get upset about something because he doesn't toe their line of thinking. And the fact that is something that is controversial nowadays leads me to believe that people should not have social media access.
Yeah.
What people are doing is wrong. What people are doing is they're accepting they need everything to be a specific way or else it offends them, and that is unacceptable. The world is not designed to cater to you. Honestly,
I don't really think there's much to talk about with that.
well, no, because it's really black and white, and the only people who are actually fucking upset are the crazy blue check marks who actually think that everyone should care about my opinion because I have a check mark on Twitter. Yeah, get over yourself, Fun. You're nothing much. You're made up of spare parts, and fuck you. Go fucking shoot yourself. You'd actually probably get more attention that way. I'm not joking by that either way. You should actually shoot yourself, preferably in the kneecap, so that way then you can barely walk.
Stop. We're done with the podcast. Jeff is getting angry again.
No. We also have to sit there and talk about how Mac X is not getting support from TMZ.
We're done. Josh, roll us out.
I am going to go take a shower. But this is Black Mind Podcast. You can listen to us every Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Every Thursday on Podbean, on whatever your thing of choice you want to listen to. Yeah. So I'm going to go take a shower now. Say goodbye.
See you all next week, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night. And remember, give a coin to your Witcher.
Yeah, give a coin to your Witcher.
Oh, fuck. What? I wish I had a coin I could flick. Fuck. Damn it. Okay.
Play it out next time, Josh. How dare you?
Yep, I'm already recording already. Mind you, I might be very, very, very quiet here, so.
Fine. Dog's barking. Great. I can't wait to hear that in the fucking episode. Yeah, this week has been interesting. On a few fronts. How's your guys' week been?
Okay. Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Could be better.
Meh.
Yep.
Mine is meh.
But okay. Do you guys have anything you guys want to talk about?
Not really. I'm currently watching Chernobyl in the background, so that's the reason why I might be a little bit quiet.
Good.
I'm on the first episode. Don't talk about it. I know what happens, but I'm watching it right now, so I want to see what happens as it goes along. I could talk about 1917, even though I watched it last week.
Josh, got any?
Well, no, I watched it like 2 weeks or whatever. No, I watched it last week.
Do that?
I can talk. Yeah, I can touch on it a bit. Yeah. I can touch on the situation down in the elections down there, eh? And
that's
yeah.
What
besides
caused a lot of my? It's
The
not
debate.
even a debate. It's more of my. Everyone on that one side has their head so far up their ass that they can't even fucking and like.
Hang on, no.
Let's sink
save this rant.
and like just shut the fuck up, okay? Please. Okay.
Yep.
So let's sync and then I'm gonna tweet and we're gonna go live. Okay.
Yep.
Give me 1
Okay.
second. I gotta grab an image. Oh wait, hold on. Why am I doing it? I can just fucking close. Chrome. Nope. Can't have anything that works. Maybe that is the reason why men have such high suicide rates. Because men are better at it. That's something feminists can't claim.
When
It's more violent.
when we men tend to go for, no, we tend to take a gun and we do it to fucking finish. There is no second chances usually when a guy takes a fucking chance. Like they will jump off a bridge, jump off of a car, pull a gun on themselves. That's it. Women tend to go for things that keep them beautiful. So pills, drowning, stuff like
that
that.
could also explain why such high trans suicide rate of 41% happens because they're still men at heart.
I'm not going to get into that.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just don't give a fuck anymore.
I just think there's a lot of gender confusion, and that like
I think
hey,
it's a
you
lot
can
of people wanting
totally-
to be popular, and then they're told this is an easy way to be popular, and then it's a Depression Olympics. So they have to fucking go more and more extreme. And then they fucking end up realizing halfway through that they fucking made a grave mistake, so then they just want to kill themselves. I have nothing wrong with that. That's just my opinion.
Uh-huh.
We're getting off topic. We need to sync.
And I'm purposely being offensive so that way then everyone on the show can actually fucking... everyone who listens to this show understands how little of a fuck I give.
Go for it. Let's
Okay,
just start this.
Crying. Seal. None. Cool. No. No. I don't give a... Going at beginning. You are going to be off. We're going to add a source. We're going to add an image. Source. A new source and good. Crying. Seal. Add source. Browse. Desktop. Folder. Cool. Transform. Edit transforms. Nope. Done. Fit to screen. Oh. Okay. Let's just sync and then I'll figure this out. Okay?
Yep.
Sync in 3, 2, 1.